So, hi everyone, welcome back. This is some channel news, and I wanted to tell you what's happening and what to look forward to, and maybe a few things that you might have missed on the channel. So, I'll start with that. Just heads up, there is a discussion here on the channel where I met the I Samwise Sam talking about Lesser Devil. It's part of the Sun Eater books, and it's the Sun Eater book 1.5. So you have Empire of Silence as book 1, Howling Dark as book 2, and in between there is a novella called The Lesser Devil. Check it out on the channel if you haven't done it. It was an interesting discussion. You have to have read Empire of Silence, I think, and Lesser Devil 2. But if you don't mind about that, maybe it's just a very interesting discussion on spirituality and Christopher Ruckel's writing and science fiction in general. That's a new area for me, science fiction. Not so much maybe, but in part it is. So I am exploring that a bit, so you can choose to explore that together with me if you want to. There are a lot of overlaps between fantasy and sci-fi, as you know probably. Um, Further, I've started to make videos on video game lore. I will focus on Pillars of Eternity. There is one video out now that you can watch, and I will record one later today about character building. I will use Pillars of Eternity as an example, and Pillars of Eternity is an Obsidian game. I think that was released 2014 or something like that, so it's a long time ago. Then there are more games, Deadfire, and you have now Avowed, which is not a CRPG, but a action RPG. No matter which type of video game it is, the lore is rich and it's very, very Malasan-esque, I would say. That's why I'm making a point of that to learn more about Pillars of Eternity together with you, and also to connect that with my videos on Malasan. And as I've said many times here, there are many ways to tell stories, fantastical fantasy stories, and you can do that in books, video games, and actually board games too, and I will come back to that later. What can I say more? Yeah, I've opened a Facebook page called the Nostalgic Dragon Books. You're welcome there. There is actually a, you could say, fan page where you can just like it, and I will post my videos there when they are out. It's connected to YouTube. And then I have another page where you can actually send a friend request. That is if you're interested to have contact with me more to discuss things, or if you have proposals for the channels, for example. I will have two pages in the beginning, see how it goes. Maybe I will reduce it to one just because it's more effective, but I'll try this. Actually, it was a mistake. I was supposed to do a fan page initially, or a follower page, but it became a ordinary profile page. So I did something wrong, and now I see maybe there are some benefits to have two pages like that. Moreover, I'm reading a lot because it's summer, and at the moment I'm really invested in Demon in White. I really like this book. It's part of the Sonnet series, as you can see, and I really like this. It's a only one point of view character, Hayden Marlowe, the main protagonist here, and it's really a contrast to the Malasan Book of the Fallen and Malasan books in general, where there are many, many point of view characters. Of course, I'm reading Malasan, and I have the two books here that I'm in. One, the new one, is the Orb, Scepter, Throne. That is the fourth book in the novels of the Malasan Empire. I've just recently reviewed Stonewielder here, so if you are interested in that, look it up. And I also have reviews of Grimsguard, and which is the second book, and Knight of Knives, which is the first book. By the way, I found Night of Knives and on a Swedish second-hand bookstore. It's hardcover and it's the first edition, so I'm waiting for that. So when I have it, I will show it for you as well. And then, of course, I'm reading Erickson, and it's still Bone Hunters. Slow reread. Um, Other reasons for rereading, I think so, because you can invest more in the story, you get a lot of things back, because you understand more and you get to know the characters more. I like that. Actually, that's what I'm doing with the video game Pillars of Eternity to experience that again. I think that's very difficult to do with board games because, for example, because the story is less dense, you could say, but maybe that will change in the future by some creative game developer. Who knows? And lastly, I'm reading this one. This is totally new, maybe for you too. The Mercy of Gods. S.A. Corey, and it's the author to the video TV show Expanse. I watched the first season. I've also bought the first 3 books. I will read the books from Expanse at the same time as I'm watching the TV show because I'm curious on how you adapt TV books to TV shows. And in this case, as I understand it, it's the 2 authors because there's the pen name S.A. Corey. It's Daniel Abraham and Ty Frank that has written this book, and also the Expanse. This Mercy of God is a new series, and that's why I wanted to read that. I'm not so used to read the ongoing series, so let's see what happens. I'm maybe in shock still because when this book ends, it's not quite short. It's only 360 pages. It has ended, and then I have to wait for the next book. So let's see if I can do that or if I put it on the shelf. I've started to read it, very good so far. It's about I'm only 50 pages in. It seems like it's about a research team that has made an extraordinary discovery on the planet where they live, but the mystery is that they don't know why they are there. It says that the Carricks, part empire, part hive, has waged wars of conquest for centuries, destroying or enslaving species across the galaxy in its conflict with an ancient and deathless enemy. When they descend on the isolated world of Anjin, the human population is abased, slaughtered, and put in chains. The best and brightest are abducted, taken to the Carrick's world palace to join prisoners from 1,000 other species. David Alcor, so far the main character here, assistant to a prestigious scientist, is captured along with his team. Even he doesn't suspect that his peculiar insight and skills will be the key to seeing past the captor's terrifying agenda. Swept up in a conflict beyond his control and vaster than his imagination, David is poised to become humanity's champion and its betrayer. This is where the history begins. Has certain feel of Sun Eater in the sense that it seems like everything is going to go extremely bad in the end here, and we know it. The same with Hadrian Marlowe. It seems to raise a lot of existential questions. Why are we here? Because people here, they don't know why they are where they are. On the planet where they live. Not so different from Earth. And in the beginning of the book, there is a chapter where there are many theories introduced to why people exist on this planet. Some are religious, some are connected to faiths, and some explanations are scientific. So I thought the premise here was a bit interesting, for me at least. Maybe for you too. And yeah, that was everything I had today. I'm going to take a break and then continue to record a few things on character building. And I'm happy because the number of viewers are increasing here and the subscribers are increasing. Numbers are not that important to me, as you know. Actually, it's not important, then I would have quit a long time ago here. But of course, more viewers, maybe you have more ideas. And if you're a new viewer here, people contact me and have suggestions and ideas on what to do. And I'm going to do recording this weekend with a viewer. I really appreciate that, which is like-minded and equally engaged in all these topics that we talk about here. And that's possible to do if you're interested in that, of course. So this is an interactive channel, maybe a community in the future, the Nostalgic Dragon community, if I can dream. And we explore fantasy, storytelling and fantasy, mythology, and we talk about that because we believe that are very interesting. And we also do that because it is today in many different mediums, books, video games, board games, and we humans seem to really, I mean, just telling stories is existential. It seems like something very important for humans, us humans, to have stories. I think that's magical. I think maybe stories is one of the few really true magical things that exist. So with that, so I'm not getting too philosophical here. I wish you a good day, and we'll see each other later, either today or tomorrow. So take care. Bye.